Welcome back to Links 24 and welcome to our February edition of Whitney's Health Check with Tomah Memorial Hospital's community health educator, Whitney Sanjari. February is a very appropriately National Health Heart Month, and Whitney is here to offer some helpful reminders for taking care of the most important organ in your body, your heart. Thank you, Whitney, for coming with Tomah Memorial Hospital.
Yes, thank
sponsoring you.
Yep, and today we're talking about sodium.
Okay, and sodium affecting your heart.
Sodium and how it affects your heart. Because when we look at your heart health, high blood pressure is an issue that's really common in the United States. 1 out of 3 Americans struggles with high blood pressure.
That is a huge statistic.
That's a lot
and that's
of us.
Controllable, right?
Yes, controllable. And
Sure.
one of the things that you can do to help control your blood pressure is going to be limiting your sodium.
Okay.
Right now, when we look at sodium and how much you should have in a regular day, 2,300 milligrams is the recommendation for how much sodium you should have in a day. Now, just to give you, like, what does that mean? Just to give you an idea, most Americans are having 3,600 to 6,000 milligrams a day. Right.
Wow.
Woo,
that is
sodium.
like double, triple.
Right?
Sure.
So one of
Wow.
the reasons is because we eat foods that we think, well, that doesn't have that much sodium in it, right? But
Okay.
we really have to look at the food labels. Because when I talk to people, when I'm working with clients and I say, you know, how much sodium's in their diet? They usually say, oh, well, I hardly ever add salt. I don't, when you want to sit down,
Sure.
and hardly ever add salt to my food.
Okay.
Most of the sodium that we're eating is coming from foods like this. It's coming from processed foods.
And everything that's packaged.
Packaged.
Typically.
Yep, typically packaged foods. Yep, so I'm going to give you an example of looking at the label. Now, what do you think? We've got instant jello here, instant pudding, excuse me,
Okay.
and chips. Which one do you think has more sodium?
I'm going to guess the Jell-O pudding because of the dye in there and
Yeah. You are so
I
right.
haven't seen it.
So we look at the label. Now, when you're looking at labels,
Okay.
you want to check a couple things. You want to check the serving size on top, right? Because sometimes we like,
Sure.
oh, it's only this.
But it's for 3 servings or
right,
something. Sure.
exactly. So you check the serving size, and then you're going to check the sodium. And then if you're not sure if that's very much sodium or not, check the percent after that. It gives you the percent daily value, right? So this has
15%, 17% sodium.
350 milligrams in this. This has 320 milligrams.
Oh, it's close.
Yep.
But
So close, but give you an alternative here. This is the same brand, right? Same brand, vanilla pudding still, but this is cook and serve, right?
Oh,
so
sure.
a little bit different, but this has 135 milligrams, right?
Wow.
So this is 350, this has 135, right? So a lot less if you look at the label.
Okay, and here's our chips.
This one is 115.
So this is half.
Yep, so this is 320 and this is 115. So you're still getting, you know, chips or pudding
Sure.
or whatever you want, but it's lower in sodium. So really check the labels.
Okay,
All right, now
excellent.
another thing coming up here we have, what do you think? We've got Raisin Bran cereal or we've got canned corn. Which one do you think?
Oh, I want to go with the canned corn.
Canned corn. It's actually Raisin Bran cereal. This
Oh,
one is
come
bigger.
on. I liked Raisin Bran growing
right.
up.
So again, we're gonna check right here. We're checking so a
That's 1
serving
cup.
size, yep, and then we're looking for our sodium.
350.
350 milligrams.
Same as the pudding.
Same as the pudding, yep.
Sure.
So then we look here, this is 300 milligrams per serving.
Wow.
Right, so just some alternatives. When you're looking for canned
Okay.
goods oftentimes are really high in sodium because that's how it's preserved
Sure,
with
that's
the salt.
why I guessed it.
Yep, so when you're looking for canned goods, this is the no salt added, lower sodium.
Reduced, I see a lot of reduced sodium on
reduced sodium.
things.
Yep, those are good options. Otherwise, you can actually get, so like for corn, you can get frozen vegetables, right? Because frozen vegetables are preserved by freezing them, right? Instead of with salt. Here is another cereal, right? This cereal, you get a serving is 0 milligrams of sodium.
Wow.
So there's no sodium in this.
And you wouldn't put salt on cereal either.
No,
So that's I wouldn't put salt on it.
No.
And you know, before we jump to our last one, I do want to interrupt you,
Yeah.
Whitney, and ask you what things can the hospital offer
With heart health.
With heart health for
Yep.
people that are interested in educating themselves a little bit
Yep,
more.
so if you'd like to know more about your heart, we have a cardiac rehab department at the hospital. And if you or someone you know has recently had a heart attack or a stroke or needs to have exercise that's supervised, that can all be provided at the hospital. So you can log on to tomahhospital.org for more information about that. Or
That's
you
great
can,
to know.
Yep, you can call our office. My office is 608-374-0211, and we can get you more information about that as well.
Excellent.
Okay, so let's look at here.
Ramen
Ramen
noodles.
noodles, right? The college
Yes.
diet, pretty much.
Sure.
Right, so
That's
ramen noodles, Chef Boyardee beef ravioli.
I think ramen noodles.
You're right, ramen noodles. Yeah, okay. So ramen noodles, we've got $9.60. And
That is a lot.
Like, and that's half a block.
And this is $750.
Yeah, half a block here.
Really, really watch your sodium.
Yep.
Okay.
Limit your sodium. Really, my recommendation, look at your labels.
Excellent.
Pay attention
Read
how
your
much you're
labels,
eating. Absolutely.
viewers.
Yep.
Okay. Whitney's Health Check has been brought to you by Tomah Memorial Hospital. When we come back, we'll be highlighting some of what's coming up in your community. Stay with us.